Hi. So I read an article today about a court case that's being brought pertaining to the Temple Mount. What really struck me as amazing is every once in a while someone says something and a little detail catches catches on, and you're like, "Whoa, wait a second." What happened here was the lawyer Iris Edry, very sharp lady. She said, "Well, Jews up on the Temple Mount can't even use the water fountains." And that struck me because it's a very powerful image. And it's an image that Americans should know. It was one of the icons of the civil rights movement that blacks were not permitted to use the water fountains that were designated for white people. And yet, here we have the liberals saying, "Oh no, the Jews can't go up." And they can't use, and they're okay with the Jews not being allowed to use water fountains. I'm sorry, that is straight up illogical, irrational anti-Semitism. Why was it a moral imperative for blacks to be allowed equal rights to use water fountains, but Jews are not? Don't tell me it's the Temple Mount. It's like saying, oh, blacks can't use water fountains in Washington, D.C., but everywhere else they can. This is clear racist anti-Judaism, anti-Jew. It is not a political statement. And I'm finding that so many of the things that I used to be very left-wing liberal, very much so. And when I moved to Israel, things got flipped around for me. And I had to ask myself, what is left-wing liberal? What are those values? As a result, I look at what's going on now, and I'm horrified. The left-wing liberals today are not the left-wing liberals. They are actually representing what were the detestable conservative values that I rebelled against. For example, they will say, "Oh no, you have to accept the status quo." Well, in the 50s and 60s, American police put it on the line to protect black children going to white schools because the point, the value, the ideal that was being expressed was, we need to fight for equality. Well, here, the Jews are being treated unequally, strangely enough, by the Israeli government as well. And it is considered a moral imperative to keep it that way, to enforce this inequality. And the reason is, but the Arabs will get violent. And for some reason, it is the Jews who demand their equality are more culpable than the Arabs who refuse equality, Western values, liberal values, or what I thought were liberal values. The Arabs refuse peace. I have a problem with that. So, when you look at the Temple Mount, so many of these major issues are being seen on the Temple Mount in an extreme manner. And I think that that's because a lot of the power goes out from the Temple Mount. The Muslims who are on the Temple Mount right now, they object to plurality, they object to equality, they object to equality of religion, of sexes, of everything. They demand a religious monopoly, and the liberal left is giving it to them. There's an elitism here, and the power of elitism is going out into the world from the Temple Mount. The power of inequality, the power that the message that violence rules. So this upcoming court battle is not just a court battle so that Jews can go up to the Temple Mount and, have a nice hobby. We are choosing to fight for the most basic issues, and if we don't make a stand on the Temple Mount, then those values will be lost. That's pretty much how I feel about that. Thank you.